All right, thanks everybody for joining us. We have Damien Lewis here. If you want to go ahead and start asking questions, the floor is open, and just please use the raise hand function as we move forward. Go ahead, Jeff. You can start us off.
Hi, greetings. Welcome to Charlotte. I was wondering about the opportunity to work with Evano. Did that entice you to come sign with the Panthers?
Say that again, so your phone breaking up bad.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff, I think your connection's a little tough.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm on the road right now.
All good.
I just pulled over. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, my apologies. The opportunity to work with Evano, did that entice you to come sign with the Panthers?
One more time, sir. I'm sorry. It's jumping real bad from my end.
Hey, Jeff. Damien is we signed him as an offensive guard. He's not on the defensive line. He's an
Right.
offensive.
No, I'm sorry. That was a wrong question. Yeah, please go on. I'm in a bad spot. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead, Joe.
Hey, Damien, Joe Person with The Athletic. Welcome to Charlotte.
Hey, how you doing, Joe?
I'm good, man. I appreciate it. I'm just curious, like how much of a factor your familiarity with Dave and the other former Seahawks assistants played into this, and just also what it's going to be like lining up next to or lining up close to Hunt.
Yeah, I was blessed to play with Dave here in Seattle, over the couple years that I've been here. Just to be having that thing going around again to play with him in the Panthers, is a blessing. And just to have Robert beside me, line up beside me on that offensive lineman, I can't wait to get out there with him and do some great things.
What did it mean to you for them to invest so much in that position? I know we've seen trends the last couple of years where guards are finally getting their due here and their money. What about the Panthers' specific plan to bring both of you guys in this offseason?
Yeah, I'm just, blessed, favorite highly that, team, consider me on their team, just come help out with the team. And like I said, I don't take this for granted. The Panthers just giving me a chance and an opportunity to come on their team and help compete, for a spot. I'm just blessed and, want to get out there in the OTA and training camp and trying to help win.
All right, let's go to David Newton, followed by Mike K.
Damien, David Newton, ESPN.com. Glad to have you here. Just curious on Joe had mentioned the signing of the two big guys there. You were part of a group like that in Seattle, protecting quarterbacks. And how will that impact Bryce Young's development? And what did you see just looking at film and how not having that protection inside impacted him last season?
Me just looking out film, I think, Bryce is a great leader. Yeah, great person. And, I'm excited. I'm pumped to be out there with him. Like I say, I can't wait to get down there and just pick his brain, see what he's comfortable with and just started learning him, and trying to make him real comfortable.
But can you sort of explain the dynamics of how you guys inside can make him more comfortable?
Yeah, it basically, the five guys that up, we do our job. We block, make sure he comfortable, and also having guys like Corbett, Rob, Timo, Icky, other guys, and just all of us bonding together, make him real comfortable back there.
Have you watched much film to see how uncomfortable he was last year and how much that inside pressure was a part of that?
Yeah, I haven't did too much film yet on them. I've been, watching myself here in Seattle, but I'm diving into it. Like I said, I can't wait to get down there and bond with the guys.
So you haven't met Bryce or talked to him on the phone or anything?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Hey, Damien, welcome to Charlotte. Congratulations on the contract. Dave Canales told us that he is very stubborn when it comes to the run game. He wants to run the football. As an offensive lineman, particularly an interior offensive lineman, what does that say to you about the tenacity of how he wants to run this offense, and how easy is it to buy in when you're not having to pass block constantly?
Come on now. I know that like I know that all offensive linemen want to run the ball. we want to run straight at you. But, you know, him and having that mindset, you know, I think it's just dummy, you know, bringing that mean, nasty, tough mentality towards team. And, you know, I'm excited. You know, I'm ready to get down there and cook it up.
I mean, the guard position is a pretty gritty position. You're in like kind of an elevator. You're in a closed space. You're in these trenches. You know, from the standpoint of kind of setting the tone, what is it that you like to do when you go out there on the field and kind of get those first couple of snaps?
You know, you have butterflies on the first, but after that first, you know what time it is. And my head, I'm thinking about I'm finna punish you every play. Like I'm finna set the tone. I'm gonna be this tone setter. So, you know, I'm thinking about putting your face in the ground.
Thanks.
Sure.
Well, let's go to Alex Zetlow.
Hi, Damien. Alex Zetlow with the Charlotte Observer as well here. Happy early birthday.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, sir. Speaking of your age, you won't be the youngest person on this offensive line. I'm curious about your mentorship or your approach to mentorship and if that's something you're looking forward to do in Carolina.
Yeah, I definitely, you know, plan on, you know, being a leader, you know, coming there with, you know, spoken word, motivating the young guys and older guys, you know, getting the team going in the right direction and just be an example, you know, preaching, you know, I'm here for you, you know, it's all out, you know, being that leader in the locker room or outside of the facility, on and off the field. So, you know, just being my voice, being present around the locker room.
Who has been a mentor of yours through your first couple years and like how have they impacted you?
You know, I was blessed to play with Russell. You know, my rookie year when I first came out here in Seattle, you know, he took me in and helped me, you know, took my game to another level. And I also look up to Micah Potty. You know, he taught me a lot, you know, before he retired. But it's more than him, you know, guys like Dwayne Brown, Brandon Shell, and other guys. So, you know, I'm just grateful, you know, to play with those guys. Also, Gino, you know, just to take my game to a whole nother level.
In what ways were they able to do that? If you could just kind of take me in, like, in what ways were they able to take your game to another level?
You know, being smart on and off the field, you know, how to break down film, you know, what to see, what to watch for, you know, the blitz pickup and, you know, reading out blitz players and, you know, how to attack this, you know, how to attack defense. But yeah, you know, like I said, I'm just blessed for to be around those guys, even with technique with the big guys, Mike down. So I'm really blessed.
Thanks, Damien.
All right, let's go to Vashti Hurt, followed by Joe Person.
Hi, Damien. Welcome to Carolina. I'm Vashti Hurt with Carolina Blitz. Can you just take us through that free agency period? Did Seattle try to re-sign you? And if so, or why did you decide to sign with Carolina outside of the money, of course?
You know, I hired a great agency, you know, they did with the financial part. I'm just here to play ball. You know, they took care for me. And, you know, I end up in here in Carolina. So, you know, I'm excited. This is my new home. I can't wait to get down and, you know, give it my all.
I know you're from Mississippi, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Any Carolina connections? Anybody, do you know anybody on the team outside? And of course you played under Canales in Seattle, but do you know any players?
I played with Terrence Marshall and Stephon Celery at LSU. So, you know, those two guys I'm real familiar with.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Damien, you mentioned playing with Russ. How would that experience? I mean, he's kind of a shorter stature quarterback, much like Bryce. Anything from that experience that'll carry over for you and kind of related to the earlier question about interior protection?
You know, at the end of the day, I got to do my job. The offensive lineman got to do their job. You know, Russ gonna be Russ, Bryce gonna be Bryce, and you know, like I said, I don't want who got to do my job. You know, protect them, make sure both of them guys are comfortable, and both of them great guys.
Have you know Terrace Marshall, you said, and Sullivan? Had you spent much time in Charlotte over the years, and any background in the Carolinas?
This is my first time stepping a foot in Carolina. So, I'm new to it.
Well, good luck getting comfortable and familiar with it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Any more questions for Damien? All right, thanks, Damien.
Yeah, hey, okay, that's fine.
Alex,
Dylan,
go
I
ahead.
need
No,
to
no,
say
no.
one.
Yeah, Alex, go ahead.
Okay. Damien, Alex again. You've missed 6 games in 3 years, which is quite good. It's quite good considering the fact that this Carolina Panthers offensive line battled injury real bad last year. How have you been able to avoid the injury bug? And like and if you could just speak to how important that is as an offensive line to have a lot of reps together. Um, so yeah.
Yeah, first I think, find people in the athletic room, your trainer, find somebody in there and, pick them and help them find somebody in there. Can y'all still hear me? My phone went out. Y'all hear me?
We can hear you, yeah.
Yeah, you find somebody in the athletic room, they're gonna help you through this journey. Like I told you, I was blessed with older guys, just looking around, guys like Dwayne Brown, played for so many years and picking his brain, he's telling me, you got to stay in the training room, take care of your body. Even you coming out late, going up early. So take care of your body. And that right there really molded into me, seeing him, playing for so many years and he still got the juice. So, I be trying to, get there and take care of my body. Anything off the field, even though I got to pay for massages, needles. But yeah, I'm in the weight room every day. I'm in the training room, ice and cold tub, taking care of myself. And that's what I think, guys in the league, should be doing, if they want to play long.
Yeah. And then can you speak to why it's so important to have an offensive line have chemistry and not be interrupted by injuries, like why that's so important?
Yeah, it's 5 guys up. We always gonna have a rotation, but it definitely, all of us should be able to communicate, know what's going on, make sure everybody on one pace, one heartbeat, and everybody clicking. So it's great to have a group of guys, just everybody on one, line, so we know what's going on and communicating well, so everything can be put in place right.
Okay, thanks.
David, do you have a question?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you one more. I want to follow up on you want to put the opponent's face in the ground. Where do you get that mindset from, and how is that aggressiveness you use as offensive lineman?
It's just something been in me all my life, like, be honest, it's just an attitude that I kept with me ever since I was young. When I was in Katrina in 2005, I almost lost my mom then. It's just been an attitude that I got to get us out. And, I felt in love with the game of football by playing flag football. But I was saying, like, it's me versus you. And I'm going to choose me every time. So I got to be dominant in everything I do, even, if I got to keep running through your face for to get where I'm at. But either way that go, you going down.
Again, that experience with Katrina was, I mean, how did that impact your life, your family? I mean, did y'all experience much damage or loss or what?
Yeah, me and my mom, at that time with me and my mom and my younger brother, we were down there like, homeless and we were stuck in Katrina, and fortunately we ended up getting on a lifeboat and just, surviving out through the week and end up migrating up north towards Kent, Mississippi, where I went to high school at. But, thank God, he had a plan for everything. He saw stuff around the corner that I couldn't see. So, I look back now, I don't realize, I don't too much just, care for the past because I look now and see where he took me to. And, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for that.
Have y'all rebuilt and everything good for everybody now, or?
Yeah, my mama, she's situated and my brother, they situated, thank God I'm just, here to, afford for them.
Cool. And one last thing, I'm asking all these questions. Is it different protecting a short quarterback like Russell or what you can have at Bryce than it is a 6'4" quarterback?
Nah, it don't matter. You know, like I said, we're the one who got to do the job. We got to stand in front and make sure the old guy comfortable.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Damien.
Thank y'all. Thank you for having me.